Hi everybody, you're probably wondering what is going on, but I've had a project in mind for a while now, but I didn't know how to go about it because it was costing too much to do it basically. I wanted the enclosure enclosure, but I couldn't afford it. And all the bits and pieces that I wanted to do for the project it was going to cost me about £120, and I don't have that kind of money. Not lying about anyway, so I put it off and put it off a bit more, and then I decided, well, I want to do it, I have to do it, so why don't I challenge myself and try and do it as cheap as possible instead and see how it turns out. So I know it's not going to turn out how I wanted it to, there's not a chance, but like I say, I have literally done it costing barely pennies. I'll let you know the total at the end, and I'm hoping this comes out better than I'm expecting, but it's either going to go really well or really bad. I'm just hoping it goes really well because, like I say, this is something I wanted to do right from the beginning, but I wanted the right tea, the right enclosure and the right everything, but nothing would go together, just would not work. I don't have an adult tea that webs nicely. I only have a dwarf, so I couldn't have the big XO Terra, and I couldn't afford it anyway. And then I couldn't afford this, and then the bits for it were just stupid amounts of money to make it look how I wanted it. So on my last video I gave you a few sneak peeks, and I showed you I was messing around with bits of polystyrene. This was me trying to make what I was doing a bit cheaper. Just blobbed a little bit of paint on there. So I messed around with it. I'm just going to move this and I'm going to show you. And I ended up making this. You probably know what it's going to be now just by looking at that, but all it was polystyrene. I painted grey, a couple of shades of grey, mottled it, and put some green on for moss in places like that. That didn't come out very well, but it'll be fine. At a distance it looks okay. So I'm hoping this does fit in here because I've tried it, but there's not a lot of room left. This is my worry with it. What room is going to be left for the tea? But we will see. Oops, I didn't do that very. That was what I wanted to do, like that. I wanted this up at this end. Like that, so it covers some gaps in the polystyrene where it's horrible. But I have something else to do that as well in a minute. This is a bit I wanted to use. This is just moss we brought home. This was back in January, I think, when we first went to the ruins. We've conditioned it, we've watered it, we've frozen it. Just sprayed it with normal water, put it on different dirts. And it come from the ruins anyway, so there was nothing like overly bad there. It doesn't get sprayed or anything. So I'll put some of that in there. I'll pull that bit off there like that. Maybe have another piece somewhere else. And then this is the little piece I was showing you. I'm just going to randomly put it like here. Like I say, I've made a lot of it off the camera. I weren't going to do it, like record it, me painting and cutting up bits of polystyrene. It wasn't very exciting. I did record little bits, but I give up in the end. This as well, because I thought maybe for a little pond. I wanted to do a water dish in a well. Do you know the little green milk bottle tubs with stones round it as like a little well drinking thing, but it didn't work. The stones wouldn't stick to it, unfortunately. So I made like a little pond instead. Still going to sit in the corner. In fact, there's not enough dirt in there. In fact, there will be once I made these, are just emery boards, or nail files as you want to call them, with the little stones glued on. And I kind of like painted in between. It hasn't come out very well, but once it's in here you're not going to see it. But these are like flat, so instead of being like the walls that are up, these are like the ruins in the ground, if you will. Like just the stones left in the floor. But I wasn't sure where I wanted to put them, and I'm not sure that's where I should be putting it. What do you think? Maybe. What if I put that there instead? I'm sure they're going to get dirty anyway once the tranche keeps climbing over it. So that's the main thing in. Do I want any more moss? I think we do. How about a little bit of moss there? Yeah, that looks funky. I think maybe if I put too much in, it's going to be silly. So I think we'll leave that there. Now, I have some sphagnum or whatever it's called, that. It's not very green anymore, and I wanted to use it to, not like that anyway. I'll show you what I mean. Just like dangle it, so when it dries it stays like in a dangled shape, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like that. Because then I have, oh no, before we do that, I found these little tiny, teeny tiny leaves. And I'm just going to, not sure if they'll stay together in a bush. What do you think? It's alright thinking, oh, the small things are nice and they look pretty because they're on scale, and trying to get them to sit right is a nightmare. Yeah. And little teeny tiny white flowers. Some by the water dish, some flowers. Oops. put too much and like make it too like crammed. Well, there's not going to be anywhere for the poor spider to walk. What do you think of that? Yeah. Now, what I also did was, now I got all these little bits of ideas with the moss, and you'll see in a minute, it was actually ideas off the internet. They were selling them, as in, this whole idea I wanted was this setup, but I wanted it real, like the, if you think of railway model stuff, when you can set up like a whole landscape. That is what I want. They had brick walls, everything they had, but it was expensive. It was going to cost nearly £100 just for the bits and pieces to do all this in the proper model stuff. That's why I ended up not doing it. So I got the ideas. This is just cut bark, and I've literally just sorry, I'm choking on the dirt. Just little tiny bits, and I've cut them off, and I'm just going to sprinkle them, as in like little bits of like leaf litter, but wood litter, like that. A few bits down the side. A log. It's a twig, but it'll do. It's a log. Where are we going to put the log? Fallen down log. Tell you what, should we just drop it from a height and see where it goes? Yeah, not down there. Bill, where's my brush? No, I'm not going to like that no matter where it goes. And then, because I had no leaf litter, you could get the fake leaf litter. Didn't want to pay for it, and I didn't know whether it was alright for the tarantula anyway. Loads of different this railway stuff. So sphagnum moss, all dried out. Just a little bit down them sides where it's going to be boring. Put a bit of that. A bit over here. Awesome. Now the last things, these are the only things I bought. So I bought the enclosure. I bought black paint because I didn't have black, had white, not black. £1. It is literally pound stuff, it doesn't say on it. It was Wilco's paint, or 125, whatever it was. And these I got for £6. The little moss trees. I'm going to put 2 in because it's going to overpower it with any more than 2. Or even I might just put 1 in. And they just, oh, whoops. They come like that, like a tree branch. It's just wire, the wire with like moss on. I think it's fake moss anyway, but it's not going to be climbing up there, I don't think, the spider. So I just put it into a piece of the polystyrene that we're using for this, like that. And we're going to bury the polystyrene up to here. But where do we want it? That's the issue. I think that's going to have to go out. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. Found a place for it. I'll put that back in a minute. I think that looks cool. So, this lid's going to have a good clean. I've just made a right mess on the inside of it. So this is what I wanted to do originally, to tie in with my channel, which is about ruins, the country, nature, as well as my inverts. But I didn't have it in me to do it after realising how much it was going to cost. It's just a baby wipe. Them natural ones, so it shouldn't bother. The tea. Now, who are we going to put in here? Yous who watch my channel will probably already know, because I do only have one heavy webber. I wanted to wait for the green bottle blues, but they're still slings. None of my adults were web heavy apart from the Avic. And I didn't think this was going to be right in an Avic enclosure. So the only other one I have that webs up really heavy was my pumpkin patch. Look at all that webbing. So I'm hoping this one will do all this webbing down here on the ruins and make it look amazing. So should we get her in? I've never tried to transfer this one before, so this could be fun. Come on, Dolly. Yeah, we know you got attitude. Come on. Really? Your hairs don't bother me. Yeah, get out. Come on. Very nice new home. Stop webbing and get out. Come on. Run free. I thought, right, I've got her up there. I don't know how she's going to get down without falling. Never mind. She's managed. She's down. I'm not sure if you can see it. Of course you can. You got a nice butt view. So I hope and pray that this one will go and web all this up and make it look amazing. I think that looks awesome. Like I said, the tree's not in the right, what do we call it, to the ruins, but never mind. Excuse any mess, you see. I literally come in from work, the postman had been with the trees, that's what I was waiting on, the trees. Threw everything down and did the enclosure. I've got the flash on, which doesn't help. She is hiding behind the wall there. Let's see if I can get... No. Yeah, you can see her there. There she is. I'm actually quite pleased with how it looks. Once it's on the shelf from a distance, you're not going to notice the paint, the dodgy paint job. It actually looks quite good. Spin her around. Try not to spill a water dish. Water dish looks a bit big for her, but they don't drown, do they? So that should be okay. Like I say, I'm going to have to water the moss anyway. Oh, I like that view, that tree through there. I wonder if it's a good view from the other end. I like that view as well. I don't know which way to look at it. That needs sorting there. Can you see there's a gap? Need to put a bit of dirt just down the bottom there. Can you see? I'll fix that. I'll fix that in a minute before I put it up, and then I'll leave it so it's, see, it should look like that, like natural. Oh, sorry, there. Let's see that view. Look at that tree. Shame we got the, oh, there. There we go. So that is our enclosure, our ruins theme enclosure, And if you ask me, I think I did a good job. Although my tree looks crooked. Does it look crooked? I'll titivate it anyway. I'll go back in a second when I stop the video, and I will mess around with bits. I've seen a little gap in the wall there. I'll pop a leaf or something in. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments if you like it, or if you see anything that should be changed, or if you think I could add something to make it a bit better, or whatever, because this is going to be like the thing that ties in everything that I do. And yet again, we lose the flash on my camera every time. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.